Welcome to the Stairway to Heaven. We're coming to you bringing insights into the ever-changing high-frequency currents now bathing the planet and their effect on us all. The source of vital information for the evolving human being. I'm Gwilda Wiyaka. Authenticity, your path to life purpose. Being authentic sounds simple enough, but as we delve deeper into the topic, there's a lot more to it than one might think. Merriam-Webster has some interesting, if a bit puzzling, definitions of authentic. Meaning number one has three parts. A, worthy of acceptance or belief as conforming to or based on fact. That one's about as clear as mud. B, conforming to an original so as to reproduce essential features. C, made or done the same way as an original. The above sounds a lot like replicas to me. In meaning number two, we have not false or imitation, real, actual. And finally, in meaning number three, with which we'll be dealing with today, true to one's own personality, spirit, or character, being sincere and authentic with no pretensions. Again, this can sound simple, but in fact is a very rare occurrence. Why? It's difficult to be authentic when we don't know who we are. Yes, I know. I'm going to have to explain that one. Our authenticity is the original essence of who we are. With the understanding we come from and eventually return to pure essence, the process of becoming incarnate can look something like this. We're born into this reality at a particular date, time, and place with, according to astrologers, carry frequency influences that will follow us throughout our life. This is the wave our spirit or essence must surf this lifetime. Our spirit is far-reaching and comprised of a wide bandwidth of frequency, only a small part of which can be integrated with the body and physical reality. This is dictated by not only the capacity of the body, but the ambient frequency on the planet when we incarnate. The part of our spiritual essence that's unable to incarnate remains attached to us as our higher self. When we come in spirit form and merge with the physical body, we become part of a community of symbiotic organisms, each with its own set of frequencies. The physical body also carries and is influenced by the DNA of our human ancestry, as well as that of the populations of being comprising it. The combination of these frequencies, blended with that of our spirit, influence how we express into the physical world. The growing embryo is impacted and often compromised by what the mother eats, drinks, breathes, thinks, feels, and the frequency she's exposed to while pregnant. And all of this takes place before we take our first breath, after which the real distortion begins. We're born into a particular race, society, class, and gender that influences our expression and identity. As we grow, we're socialized into the norms of our community and further out of our natural expression. Throughout childhood and beyond, we sustain damage from multiple traumas inherent in the human condition. Trauma causes us to separate from part of our original frequency expression to avoid further damage. As an example, a child punished for expressing anger will disconnect from their ability to set boundaries. The innate boundary-setting frequency is part of their natural, authentic expression. When they no longer have access to it, they have stepped out of part of their authenticity. In the absence of healthy boundaries, one must develop defenses against being violated. They may then learn to avoid aggressive people, further impinging their natural mobility and expression. Through the above conditioning, we develop our personality, which is the characteristic set of behaviors, perceptions, and emotional patterns that are formed from biological and environmental factors. These very factors, along with our personality, change over time with additional influences and experiences. As we mature, our character begins to emerge, which is the combination of features and traits that forms from our individual expression, including our moral or ethical makeup. Our spirit, the original frequency we incarnate with, is the basis of conscious life, the vital principle animating the body or mediating between body and soul. how closely our personality and character reflect our spirit is dictated by all the above, combined with damage and conditioning to which we've been subjected. Socialization, damage, and compensations serve as a filter that our spirit must express through into the world. The greater the damage, the more distortion imposed by the filter. Let's say a person is born female and under the sign of Leo in a conservative, misogynistic society. Naturally, her parents wanted a boy. The first thing she's greeted with is her parents' disappointment at her gender. She's viewed as, and ends up feeling, second best and inferior. She experiences deep shame for being a disappointment to those that matter the most. As she grows, her Leonian traits start to express. She's a natural-born leader, loves attention, is flamboyant in her dress and manner, and wants to be in front of a crowd, the center of attention. Yet her culture has no room for female leaders. She's criticized for her natural gregarious nature and condemned as prideful, vain, and attention-seeking. She's made to feel guilty for being what she is. Guilt and shame are not natural to us. They're imposed from the outside and are very low frequency, creating distortions and further compromising her expression. She came as a Leo for a purpose, yet the very strengths the sign provide are socialized out of her. She becomes shy, reclusive, and ashamed of her very nature. She tries to disappear into the background rather than be condemned as a show-off. One simply cannot lead from there. She may work around it by marrying an influential husband and backing him, but this serves to further filter out her expression. Her purpose must not only express through her damage, but also through her husband before entering the world at large. This eventually causes her to resent her husband and become bitter, driving her further out of her normally sunny Leonian expression. Purportedly, we all come with a life purpose, a contribution to the whole we have chosen to provide before incarnating. How we offer this service is totally up to us during our lifetime. We can be an inspiration or a bad example. Both have their purpose and service in the world. Life purpose not only expresses through our actions, but also the frequency we add to our environment. The quality and impact of both are dictated by how closely we express the frequency of our soul. Life itself is a synergistic organism that works on the principle of attraction and repulsion, a drawing in or pushing away of things that are needed or things that will not serve, respectively. The truer we are to our nature, the better this natural provision works for us, drawing in what we need and repelling that which would be harmful. When we are riddled with frequency compromises, we cannot express accurately. Therefore, what we draw to us or push away may be corrupted by our damage. We end up drawing in more of the things and people that damaged us in the first place and repelling those that would resonate with our original frequency expression. Part of life purpose involves a soul team. The members of this team will fluctuate and change over time, but we are designed to draw to us people who will enhance and support our purpose and us theirs. Instead, when not expressing truly, we draw individuals to us based on our damage rather than our purpose. Our expression distortions and all draw to us people and situations we find in our lives. The less we're true to our original form, the worse the fit. This results in never really being met or supported in our purpose. Being surrounded by people and situations that are a poor fit leaves us feeling alone and isolated. It can be very discouraging and take a toll on our self-esteem, even leading to substance abuse to ease the pain of never being met or finding fulfillment. Furthermore, we often suffer from a nagging sense we're not living up to our potential, that we're designed to be and do so much more. We may paint on a self-portrait of who we would like to be to build ourselves up. Underneath it all, we feel like a charlatan, pretending to be something we're not. Ironically, that which we pretend to be is often our true design, sans the distortion in our frequency expression. But without the lost frequencies backing our self-portrait, we appear to others as a pretender and repel our soul team. They don't recognize us, as the frequencies are simply not there to attract them. We end up at the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people. This makes it difficult, if not impossible, to thrive and perform our purpose. Even our ability to conceive of what our purpose is becomes distorted by patterns, beliefs, and compromises, as our perceptions are based on our damage and defense mechanisms rather than that of our true expression. We end up identifying with our patterns and defenses, never knowing who we really are or what we came to do. To step into our life purpose, we must first regain our authenticity. This has been referred to as the hero's journey. It is a challenging but sacred journey, our path to wholeness, leading to many a dark night of the soul. Another factor impacting this process is the increase of ambient frequency we're currently experiencing. The portion of our spirit that was able to originally incarnate was restricted by the lower frequency present at the time of our birth. As the frequency on the planet rises, we now have the opportunity to bring in more of our original essence. Now we can not only regain the frequency we've lost during our lifetime, but also some we were unable to bring in at birth. As we begin this journey into self-discovery, it's best to remember at any given time, we are not who or what we think we are. By leaving the jury out, we leave room for a deepening of our concept of true self. Moving into authenticity requires personal introspection and healing. There are many forms available that can assist this process, such as psychotherapy, hypnotherapy, shamanism, EMDR, dream interpretation, and so on. The form of healing needed is different for everyone. The first and most important step is setting your intention to find and clear whatever stands between you and your true frequency expression. As that intent is set and maintained, the people, situations, insights, modalities, and practitioners will show up as needed. While in this ongoing process, it's important to pay attention to our dreams and signs and any synchronicities showing up in our life. These are the provisions that we are drawing to ourselves through our intent. As we access and clear our damage, setting our true expression free, our frequency changes. With this change, the natural push-pull in our lives changes also. We may find some of the people closest to us are no longer a fit. Maybe even our spouse will turn out to be inappropriate for us. In this case, attempting to maintain proximity ends up poisoning both our lives and that of those around us. We're then left with a choice. Stop our process to maintain the status quo and forever remain feeling like a purposeless charlatan, or keep moving and let nature have its way. The more we shed who we are not and reclaim our authenticity, the more of our original spiritual frequency can join us and express into this reality. As we express more truly, the natural push-pull of life will clear out incompatible frequencies, freeing us to stand in our personal truth, supported by those around us, and shine our light into the world. It's important to understand we need not wait until we arrive to live our purpose. A large part of our purpose may very well be the energetic trail we leave for those to follow, created by our own healing process, our journey home. Thank you for joining me, Gwilda Wiyaka, on the Stairway to Heaven, where we provide updates on the energetic currents facilitating our evolution into conscious, powerful co-creators. As I'm sure you've noticed, not only do the Stairway to Heaven episodes stand alone, but they weave together to form a map to evolution and personal empowerment as we enter the new era. To revisit this or any of our past episodes, visit our archives at www.stairwaytoheavenmedia.com. If you'd like to find out more about me, my school, and the evolutionary tools we offer, visit www.findyourpathhome.com. Until next time, may you be blessed on your sacred path to wholeness. We are here. The time is now.